you got to talk about this guy. He's the dominator in the trucks. Got his third win of the year last Sunday. Brooksboro Corey Hine qualified second earlier today, and his teammate has been winning all day long. Talking about Tanner Gray, his first career win.
Test.
And the Arkansas just a little bit ago, right here on FS1.
Test, making sure everything works. For everyone tuning in, don't worry. I'll be putting up the leaderboard once the race gets underway or once the pace laps start. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? This is Chase fan number 9 here, and it's Memorial Day weekend, everybody, and we're going to kick things off with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race, the North Carolina Education Lottery, the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. NASCAR is racing in their backyard, so yeah, good, should be a good race tonight. Tanner Gray is on pole along with Corey Heim starting second, so it's a Tricon Garage runner. Oh wait, the leaderboard's already set. Corey Heim, he's on a roll after that win at North Wilkesboro last week. Tanner Gray won the ARCA race, which I did watch. Ty Majeski looking for his first win of the season and Ford's first win of the year. Lane Riggs continuing that momentum from North Wilkesboro with the 5th place starting spot. All 3 Spire Motorsports trucks of Raja Caruth, Chase Purdy, and Connor Mosacker starting in the top 10. And the highest starting Bill McAnally truck is Jack Wood, of all people. And then you got Caden Honeycutt, Bailey Curry rounding out your top 10. And the other 3 Bill McAnally trucks of Ankrum, Eckes, and Daniel Dye, they're all starting 34th through 36th, which is last place. And also, Jeffrey Earnhardt making his first Truck Series start in 13 years, driving for MBM Motorsports tonight in the 67. His sponsor reminds me a little bit of IK9, which sponsored him when he drove for Joe Gibbs a few years ago. So yeah, it should be. I can't wait to see what he does. I don't expect too much from Jeffrey Earnhardt. I just expect him just to finish the race in one piece, of course, and stay out of trouble. So yeah. Hello, GT Bach. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but yeah, I've been trying to get the Angelus chime at any churches for so long. Yeah, it wasn't as windy as it when I last went there a few weeks ago, but this time around it was a completely different story, and it was just quiet enough for the sound to be, because of how quiet the environment was. It was the sound of the bells was amplified a little bit above what the first 2 times were like. And I have the video saved on my phone, and I'm willing to try more. And also I found some more churches I found another church in the Sacramento area that I've passed by before but didn't know had a carol on. St. Rose Catholic Church on Franklin Boulevard, and I do know where this church is at. Yep, see that? I never thought this church would have a system to play the bells. I've never tried this church before, and I really want to try it eventually. Well, next time when I go to Sacramento, of course I will, but not right now. So yeah. So yeah, I'm glad to know that this exists. I'm going to tell my mom about this. I think my mom knows about this because she's familiar with this area. Yeah. Let's see what other location.
Christian did his part, get the toolbox up there. They got that thing repaired, and I think he's going to be a threat coming from the back. And Honeycutt had a really fast truck too. Wouldn't it be interesting if those two round up at the front tonight, racing for a win after what happened earlier today? I think it's possible. You mentioned Christian Eck. He's a player every week, just like Corey Heim. I mentioned earlier, he won his third one of the season coming last week. Who are some other drivers beyond Honeycutt we need to keep an eye on?
Well, Adam, we're 10 races into this regular season. We only have 6 races left in the regular season. A couple of guys I'm a little bit worried about are guys that were perennial championship contenders. Grant Enfinger right now is just a little bit above the cut line. He was actually below the cut line before. He had a great runner-up finish last week at North Woodsboro. That jumped him up above the cut line. And our champion from last year, and as you mentioned earlier, the winner of this race last year, Ben Wells, just barely above the
yeah, it's because of I'm trying to charge it.
But expect him to be good here. But there's one other guy that I want to keep my eye on. You mentioned
That's a little weak.
He got through that bit of an incident with Kristen Eckes.
And maybe, let me unshare this. Maybe that will be a lot better. Because I hate when. So it's lagging on your end, it seems. That's a little weak. Because it sounds just fine on my end. Wait, hold on a moment. That's a little strange.
Don't do that. It's a lot of on my bike.
Well, the only thing I can say is it could be the internet.
Your calling. Some people find theirs at an early age, others later in life. Our calling was to build trucks, and that's why trucks are what we do. We put our everything in every truck, so that when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering. Right now, during the Ram Memorial Day sales event, get $1,000 cash allowance on the purchase of most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Hurry to your local Ram dealer today.
After Advil.
What about your back?
Before Advil.
Let me say something.
Advil targets pain at the source, acetaminophen blocks pain signals.
It could be the internet in your area. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works on the other end, but it can be like that.
Kick off the summer at New England's only NASCAR race. It's a wicked fast, wicked fun weekend full of racing, camping, and all the fun you can handle. Bring your friends along, make some new ones. There's concerts, fireworks.
Okay. Are you gonna? Yeah, it's usually best to restart the computer.
It's huge. The NASCAR Cup Series at Newcastle Motor Speedway, June 21st to the 23rd. Get your tickets today at nhms.com.
It's only once a year. Chase Chevrolet's Memorial Day sell-off. Take $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverados on the lot. Over 180 Silverados on the ground. Red, white, blue. You choose. Nothing more. Double it. Take $8,000 off MSRP. Through May 31st. The savings.
Oh, it's back to normal now. Okay. So yeah, when I get an opportunity, yeah, I'm gonna try my best to head out there and try and head up that way and catch these bells. That's if they win, of course. Hold on.
Tonight, the Craftsman Truck Series rolls into the Queen City, the home of NASCAR.
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes you just wonder if churches, when it comes to carillon system, sometimes you wonder, do they really need 4 speakers? Because there's some churches out there that have. There's some places out there that have 1 horn. Well, Here's another location, St. Anthony's Catholic Church in Antioch. See, some setups are very simple, like this one. You just need one big speaker to amplify it, amplify the sound. So yeah, I'll check it out once I head back out there because I go out there to catch trains. So yeah, I think I've I think I've seen the video that church. It sounded, yeah, that's the one. It was like a Methodist church or something. I never thought I'd see a church with so many speakers. Yeah. And yeah, people passing by church like Sacred Heart. Yeah, a lot of them are not gonna realize. Yeah, a lot of people out there don't realize, who don't know a thing about bells. A lot of them don't realize that not all churches have real ones. Um, there's a lot of churches in San Francisco that that have real bells, whether if they're pulled by rope or stationary bells. I mean, I like either one. I've seen a few of the churches in San Francisco that have real bells. The only one out of them that I heard ring was just Grace Cathedral, which I've been to before. And there was one location that I recalled having speakers. I think it was a Church of Christ Scientist location. Yep. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the live stream. It's been a while since I last had you on. Last time I had you on was, I think, Darlington. So, yeah, it should be fun tonight. Oh, wow. We got Mason Maggio for Floridian Motorsports in the 21 in this year. Okay. Tonight's race, by the way, is 134 laps, 200 miles. So yeah, tonight's the Truck Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Um, Command has been given to start engines, and race once again 134 laps, 200 miles. They should be rolling off pit road any moment now. Anyways, I'm gonna get the right there we go. So yep, the leaderboard is set and ready to go. Once again, Tanner Gray is on pole. This is not his first pole of his career. It's his second one, I think, and he's won back-to-back poles at Charlotte. I heard he won the pole for this race last year. And also, I did see on some of the spoilers of these trucks saying that this is the first of 3 races of the Trip Truck Challenge, where like the highest finisher, or the where if they win or not, wins like $1,000, and if you win all 3 races, if that same driver wins all 3 events, then what is it? I think I forgot how much money they win, but it's a high amount. Mm. Anyway, back to the topic of church bells. two places in San Francisco that are a must film for me are the St. Peter and Paul Church, which I've heard the bells from before, and the Ferry Building. They use a brand of Carillon system that I didn't even know was such a thing until I found out last night. It's called a BRG Carillon. And if you look at the Ferry Building from the front, the speakers that amplify the sound, the bells are literally visible. I thought they were inside the building, but I was wrong. The one at St. Peter and Paul, I'm not sure where the speakers are. They're probably somewhere up in the tower. Yeah, I really need to go back there and film those things and film the bells at Grace Cathedral. As as much as I'm used to hearing the sound of electronic carillon, honestly, I don't mind hearing the sounds of real authentic bells any day at this rate. Now, I I know there's something also too about the ferry building that you folks may not know about. Because San Francisco is by the ocean, everyone obviously knows that. It's no secret. It's San Francisco has been ravaged by earthquakes over the years, and the next big one will warrant a tsunami. Not It's not guaranteed it will happen, but it could. So to warn people, there are tsunami sirens. All There are warning systems all over the San Francisco area, and I've seen a good handful of those too. And the ferry building does have tsunami sirens, um, but they do work, but they only go off Tuesday. From what I heard, they go off every Tuesday of every week at noon, 12 p.m.
Well, one daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. One daily Sotiptu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotiptu. Serious reactions confirmed.
Yeah, I've been looking up and down the whole Arizona area to see what churches, which church has been. Let's see.
So TIC2 is a TIC2 inhibitor. TIC2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known as a TIC2 has the same risk as JAK inhibitors. Finally, plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one TIC2, so ask for it by name. So clearly,
There's a lot of churches, obviously.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I saw that video.
Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines and Clark in Kensington. And Ace has premium service in quality paint that stand up to the test of time. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. And right now, try again with Magnolia Home and Clark in Kensington and get the second by 50% off.
Wow. No way. You got to press the peel button. Awesome. Were you invited in by the owners of the church? Because that would usually be the case there. I've actually heard that. I think I've seen another video that I've seen where the the peel sound. There's another church in Maryland has that played a 5 bell peel, kind of like that one that you just heard, but I think it's a different Carillon system. Oh yeah, it was the Dundalk Village St. Rita Catholic Church video.
Back in Charlotte, getting ready to race 700 in series history for the Craftsman Truck Series.
Yeah. Yeah, one of these days.
About 66 of them or something like that. How did he only get one? That's incredible. Might not have run the other race. He certainly didn't run race number one.
Well, that's true. Jack Wood, impressive so far today.
Oh, okay. That's understandable. Oh yeah, for those who are tuning in tonight for tonight's race. So the truck series has been around since 1995, almost 30 years. Well, um, tonight is the 700th truck series race. Will well, well for starters, I don't. Yeah, there's no cup. Yeah, there's no cup guys in tonight's field. So a truck regular winning is obviously guaranteed. Anyways, pace truck is off. Here we go. Green flag, and we are racing at Charlotte. Here we go. And I just hope tonight's race will be a good race with clean racing and not a shit show. All right, GT Bach, thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna try my best to. I'm gonna try and continue filming new locations, as new church locations when I get the chance to. Anyways, I'll see you next time, man. Hello, Brendan Rail. Brendan, welcome to the live stream. Oh yeah, and also for the people who watch my train videos, yeah, I got a backlog of videos dating back to last Saturday that I got put up. I got like 3 more to go. I mean, I uploaded them last night, but I put them on prioritize until I can officially publish them today. Sure thing.
Those two teammates drive from the back. It's teammates racing for the lead. The 11 is Corey Hahn trying to get on point. Here he goes inside the 15 of Tanner Gray.
And 15 guys off the momentum through the center of the corner. That's going to allow Corey Hahn to grab this lead. These two have driven away pretty nicely from third.
And also, we're only 4 laps into this race, and the 3 Bill McAnally trucks of Daniel Dye, Ankrum, and Eckes, they've already made their way up into the top 20.
I think we're seeing it right here. He was pretty dangerous last week. He was. What a run to the checker flag. I think we called time about 50 laps before the checker flag, and then we got the outway down. 91 is Jack Wood. Coming off a career best last week, 12 to 12.
That's strange to see teammates cruising at 19 and from the 18 now.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen that. People talk about how 5 years ago was the last Indy Lights race. Why do I have a feeling that the Indy Lights series is not never? Oh wait, they got the Indy NXT series. Oh wow, 41 slid up the track. Pretty much, yeah. Oh yeah, that Coke 600 went. Yep, that was the last win for Miller Lite as a sponsor. Yep, I remember that too. Carl Edwards' first win with Joe Gibbs is his first of two wins in 2015.
Was led the last 5 laps after Tanner Gray led the first 3. Craftsman top 5, Tyler Jesse, Roger Caruth, and Scott Riggs. Scott Riggs, Lane, there you go. For the first time, I've got to put $1 in the jar. Lane Riggs running good again. We're back in a moment. Let's go side by side on this one.
Before we start our entrance, before the green flag flies. Stop. We listen. We listen to steps.
Also, Eric, I've been watching some past Xfinity races from the early to mid 2010s. I took the time to acknowledge the start and park drivers back then. You know how many drivers went behind, I think, the 2012 nationwide race at New Hampshire? I don't know if you've seen the results for that, but you've probably seen how many drivers parked it behind the wall before lap 10. I'm like, gee, I've never seen so many. There was at least like more than 5 drivers that parked it. Jeff Green was obviously expected. Then you got the 3 key motorsports drivers. Got some drivers from or something. Are you sure? I think if I look it up, it actually said 2. Actually,
Wow. And for dust, I love my heavy duty duster. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. You
let's
love
see.
Swiffer or your money back.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 drivers parked it behind the wall before lap 10. Scott Riggs, TJ Bell, Mike Harmon, Matt Carter, Chase Miller, Charles Lewandowski, Eric Darnell, Josh Weiss, Stephen Light, and Jeff Green. Then there were other drivers like Kevin LePage, Morgan Shepherd, Jamie Dick, Danny Eflin was in an accident. Oh yeah, and then I think Kyle Busch blew and had a fuel pressure problem, and then Joey Gay.
Look out for the Craftsman QR code later in the race to take advantage of tonight's Charlotte deal of the race.
Yeah, I think 3 of the Turner Key Motorsports trucks made it to lap 3. Yeah, just another lap car getting in the way. Yeah, and that race was won by Brad Keselowski that day.
Didn't lose any ground. I love that. Hey, you got to see what's out there. Makes you go, that's a big change there. Dave Thompson ran Jack Wood up the hill. That's going to cost Jack a lot of momentum and a lot of spots. Yeah, Jack got sideways. Adam's going to lose about 3 more spots. Gotta get your attention. Oh, my. Man, hey, then he got the song on that one. Now, man, I felt Riggs' kid. I was like, thank you, Michael. You made me feel better about myself. It was just a team. He knew what he was doing. Yeah. That's where Lane got loose. Excuse me. Hayden got loose earlier and caused that accident. But he held it straight that time. Came complete with the pass. White gloves are a must. You know it? I love it.
Then, of course, the previous race, Eric, was Daytona. That was Kurt Busch's last win in the Xfinity Series. He drove for James Finch. Well, he was with James Finch at the time. And it was his second win because he won with, and he gave Kyle Busch's 54 its first win that year too, beating Denny Hamlin at Richmond. Yep, that's right. As far as winners of the 2012 Nationwide Series were concerned, it was a mix of nationwide and truck series regulars winning, like Nelson Piquet and James Buescher at the time. And of course, that year it was Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s second consecutive championship. And of course, Austin Dillon, Elliott Sadler got wins. Allgaier won. Who else? Oh yeah, and Regan Smith won the final race that year at Homestead. When it came to Cup regulars winning that year, it was mostly Joey Logano who he either drove the 18 or the 20. Either way, yeah, he either drove the 20 or the 18, and he still won in both. I think other Cup regulars winning that year were Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards, who else? Kurt, and of course Kurt Busch.
This making you uncomfortable?
Yep.
Good.
That was four consecutive. Well, 4 consecutive wins at Dover. That's obviously not going to happen anymore, considering the schedule change.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm empowering you to get real with your healthcare provider. Talk to them about lowering your risk of stroke, heart attack, or death.
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years. From the most advanced technology to the broadest, most reliable network of sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Also, the Las Vegas race in 2012, the nationwide race. I believe that was Mark Martin's last nationwide start, too.
Head for the mountains.
Set laps to go as the opening stage for the Craftsman Truck Series. And Charlotte will be right behind his lead by 4 seconds. Over second place, Tanner Gray. It's Caitlin Honeycomb really putting on the show. He's 5 away from third and looking for second, racing that 15th position. The 45. Michael, I've been watching the lap times.
And also, after checking through the schedule again and taking a look at the different drivers, didn't take long for me to realize, wow, Jason Bowles drove the full season for McDonald Motorsports. He was full time, but when it came to manufacturer wise, he was part time. He kept switched between Toyota and Dodge, and then 2013, I think he did 2 started park races, and after that, that was pretty much the end of his career. And also, I think he did 1 truck race that year too.
This is how stars are born. We'll talk to Carson about that. You see Ross Chastain on Sunday. Austin Chandler, Ross, and Carson are on Sundays, and this could be the first. The next guy.
common denominator there. For Ross, for Carson, and this Cade Huntington right now.
Nice has 9 wins all time. 8 of those are still ruled off the box, so he knows what he's doing. There's no question about that.
I just love the versatility in the 45. He can throw the high if he needs to, and he can run right to the bottom.
3 to go, stage 1. 49 has led 24 laps. Led 49 laps in this race a year ago. Finished second overall once again. Only second in stage 2. So line goes its way around Charlotte Motor Speedway.
He dropped him during their practice qualifying show. He said he was really good at one last year. Finished second.
Right.
All right, 2 to go in stage 1. Goodness gracious, Caden Honeycutt just flew through the field.
Started the back, they have to work on that. One lap stage 1. With a 4-second advantage to Corey Hine. Then he got a second. Tanner Gray to follow the third. Roger Carew in a 4th position. Final truck inside the top 5 is Tyler Jesse. We won last week at North Wilkesboro.
All right, off turn 4, Corey Hine wins stage 1 over Caden Honeycutt. Tanner Gray, Roger Caruth, Ty Majeski, Lane Riggs, Chase Purdy, Dean Thompson, Ben Rhodes, and Connor Mosack, the top 10.
Gray, Caruth, Majeski getting points in the top 5. Lane Riggs, he's 6. Chase Purdy, 7. Dean Thompson, Ben Rhodes, Connor Mosack. The rest of the top 10 in this first stage of the night. Next stage win for Corey Hine, ties him with Kyle Busch for the most this season. Pit stops when we continue from Charlotte.
My moderate to severe psoriasis held me back. Now with Sky Rizzy, I'm all in with clear skin. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people.
And then, of course, you remember the 2012 Drive for COPD, that 300 that James Busher won? Yeah, look, James Busher may have been a Truck Series champion, but in the Nationwide Series, he was definitely a one-hit wonder considering he won at Daytona for Turner Motorsports. Yeah, as far as the Nationwide Series concerned, I always felt James Busher was criminally. Am I the only one who feels that he was criminally underrated, considering he also raced full time with his cousin Chris Busher at the same time? So, yeah. And I do remember the team he drove for. He drove for Rab Racing, the 99 with Ream as a sponsor. That was his only full-time season in the Nationwide Series. That 2012 Daytona season opener that Busher won, that was also Timmy Hill's first top 10 finish in that race. He finished 7th. I also remember Taylor Malsum. He drove for TriStar. He drove the 19 car that time. Yeah, he ran all but 7 of those races. The 19 was driven by various other drivers like Hal Martin, Mike Bliss. I don't remember everyone else. Oh, I think one of them, Watkins Glen, the 19 was driven by Alex Popow. Don't know much about him, but I remember him crashing out at Watkins Glen after he bashed the wall really hard. Then 2014, Taylor Malsum ran some races that year. I think he drove. It was a Turner Motorsports ride, I believe.
Opening stage completed. The North Carolina Education Lottery 200. Corey Hine
I also remember Danny Eflin too. He drove for JD Motorsports that year in 2012. I think the Daytona race was also Ricky Stenhouse's first and only DNF of 2012, I think, because he crashed in the last lap and didn't make it back. And Kyle Busch too was also in that wreck. Oh, he's from Venezuela. Okay. Who else? Oh yeah, Danica Patrick started on the pole for that race. She started on the pole for that race only to get wrecked out by her own teammate Cole Witt. I mean, this was when the tandem drafting was a thing. I have not forgotten about the tandem drafting either. Even Johnny Sauter made a start in that race. He drove the 97 for Joe Nemechek. I think that was a start in park run too. Pretty much, aside from the 40 car, the other three key motorsports cars didn't make it in. Yeah, that way, that race, Eric Darnell was supposed to be in the 42, but he failed to qualify. Scott Speed, Miller, Roger Caruso taking a ride through the grass.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with our most durable paint. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benson and Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark and Kensington. And Ace has premium service in quality paint that stands up to the test of time. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. And right now, buy a gallon of Magnolia Home or Clark and Kensington and get 50% off.
Rumor has it that our new New York-style pizza is Domino's best pizza yet. Made with our fresh, never-frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. Rumor also has it that you might have to fight over the last slice.
Also, speaking of green, so Coda was a few weeks ago, and we all know how that finish played out. But as far as the rest of the results were concerned, I gave a shout after the race was over. I think I acknowledged Austin Green finishing 7th. He was driving for Jordan Anderson Racing, that 32 car that they run as a third entry. For those who don't know who Austin Green is, it didn't take long for me to find out that, he is related to the Greens. He's the son of David Green, who's a NASCAR official, and he's the nephew of Jeff and Mark. So it's nice to see the Green name back in the sport after Jeff Green was in it for a very long time. So that's really cool. And he was supposed to drive the 87 too, but it was for another team or something. But yeah. And also, he made a start in ARCA in 2020 for Visconti Motorsports in the 74. He raced at Toledo, finishing 7th. So there's that. Yeah, the Trans Am Series, that's the one. Peterson Racing Group is the name of the other team that he's supposed to drive for in Xfinity this year, the 87. The 32 that he ran was for Jordan Anderson Racing in collaboration with Peterson Racing Group. Yeah, of course, Jeff Green's last start was in 2020 at Pocono. He was driving the 93 for RSS Racing. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about RSS Racing's 93 team. I think, Ryan Sieg made some starts with some part-time starts in the 93 while someone else drove the 39. I think he got top 10. I think one time he ran at New Hampshire and he still finished top 10. Like, wow, even when he's in the not a different car that's not the 39, he still does good. Oh wow, we got Carson Hocevar up in the booth. Okay. I speaking of drivers in the booth, I have not forgotten that tomorrow's Xfinity race is an all drivers broadcast. I have not forgotten about that.
2 years ago, so we ran it the same year, ran it back, and obviously they ran it back here and it's still working. So it's nice to know that a little bit of homework copying throughout the years is doing well for that 45 team right now. And what amazing I mean, the biggest thing is just staying calm. It's so easy to spin those tires. It's so easy to get a bad restart here. It's so important. The bottom is such an advantage. We saw it even on the new tires that the top lane, it's so easy to spin the tires, so easy to get put back. And all of a sudden you got them slowing you up, you lose 2 or 3 spots, and now you're stuck in dirty air. And it's so technical here, especially with clean air, especially through 1 and 2. You're almost wide open throughout the run, especially the really good trucks. They can stay with almost
Hold
wide
on,
open.
yeah.
You get that bump, it gets the thing upset, gets the nose off the ground, and then all of a sudden it starts taking off even more because you get in the dirty air. So it's such a value. Let's go down to Jamie.
Well, we were at break, watch out for them, had to make a second pit stop when the game was the damage after the contact. The number of his pit stop. As he came down pit lane, he asked his spotter, Joe Campbell, and said, was there anything that I could have done differently to avoid that? He was told, no, you did not. They already apologized for it, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his truck. We're trying to have him go.
Timmy Miller got the free pass, so he's back on that he left. And that tire really got away, which is 67 of Jeff Bear. Front row of the free start, just not the 12th race. T-Max, Tanner Gray, 40 on it. Ready to go. Stage 2 short.
Let's see, shooter.
Already got it.
Nope, Tanner Gray back to the point. Yep. Tricon Garage teammates Bowden. Oh yeah, and also Brett Moffitt making his second start of the season, driving for Tricon running 16th. Yeah, Dean Thompson is actually making his Xfinity debut tomorrow for Sam Hunt in their other car, the 26 car. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch.
Just like in stage 1, I buys his time and then pounces. Here he is for the lead. Tanner put up a good fight though. Tried to stay on the rear of him, but he's trying to keep him at bay, but before he's just so good right now. Even when he's still driving away right now, he's super fast right now. He's doing a good job. We got 3 wide yet again. And the 25, still good on the long run, but it seems like he's just lacking a little bit on the short run here.
Oh wow, the 43 gets. Well, Bill McAnally teammates going at it for 10th place. Oh, we got Chase Purdy in the top 5 and Dean Thompson. Okay, let's go. We also got Lane Rick. Oh my God, here comes Keaton Honeycutt. Ty Dillon in 11th. I was really glad Lane Riggs got a break last weekend. Managed to score a top 5. He extremely needed that severely, desperately. Also, while we're doing Crank It Up, yeah, I'm kind of curious about your take on the fight last week, Eric, between Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Kyle Busch. By the way, Kyle Busch is in tomorrow's Xfinity race, driving the RCR's 33 car, which we all know, with Rebel Bourbon, and Ty Gibbs will be on the pole for tomorrow as well. Anyways, might as well give your take on the fight between Busch and Stenhouse last week. I mean, to be fair, I don't blame Ricky Stenhouse for getting pissed off. I mean, I know it's a non-point exhibition race, but still, but come on now, Kyle Busch, he basically wrecked Italian Stenhouse for literally nothing, and it was an unintentional move. And yeah, I also find ironic of the fact that NASCAR promotes these fights, but when it comes to the drivers getting involved, they end up penalizing them. It doesn't make sense. I mean, fine's better than suspension, but yeah. Also, if anything happens on Sunday, it's probably premeditated. If Ricky Stenhouse Jr. does pay Kyle Busch backs. I mean, not saying it would happen, but you just never know. Oh yeah, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s dad also, I think he also got fined too for getting involved. I think his name's Richard Stenhouse. I wasn't sure if they were going to catch it on TV or not, but lo and behold, they did, and yeah. And then some people were getting annoyed too with that one official. It's the black guy who was wearing like the green shirt. That's the same dude who broke up the Ross Chastain Noah Gragson fight Kansas last year, which I do remember. Yeah, a few people were getting annoyed with him getting in the middle of it. So yeah. Oh wow. Well, we won't be seeing him at the track for a while. Yeah, this is why stuff like that. Yeah, that this is why a lot of drivers. I mean, drive. This is why a lot of fans. Um, a lot of fans have a hard time rooting for Kyle Busch. I mean, if you're a Kyle Busch fan, more power to you. But still, though, and I was reading some of the comments on Twitter. I'm not gonna mention any names, but some Kyle Busch fans had their. I feel like some of them had their. Well, I'm not trying to insult them, but some of them had their fanboy caps on too tight. I mean, then again, they'll probably defend their driver anyway. And keep in mind, Kyle Busch is the same driver who punched Joey Logano after what happened at Vegas in 2017 when Logano just dumped him out of a top 5 finish in that race. And I have not forgotten about that fight. So, yeah. Needless to say, yeah, I pretty much gained a little bit more respect than I already have for Stenhouse. In other words, I respect him more than I have had before last week. And then Eric, we go to Darlington the week before. I don't blame Chris Buescher for being upset with Tyler Reddick. Despite all that, I was still happy to see Brad Keselowski finally win a race with RFK. I've been waiting for that moment since he joined the team, but it came at the cost of his teammate and Tyler Reddick. Who, I mean, think about it, Chris Buescher. I've been so close a few times, dating back to the photo finish at Kansas. So yeah, I don't blame him for being mad when he was. So yeah, I mean Dean Thompson's really doing good. Also, don't and it's back to the North Wilkesboro fight. Look, I respect the fact that yeah, Kyle Busch is a great driver, but some of his doings, wrongdoing in the past, kind of made it hard for me to pull for a guy like him. And just thinking about this guy, this guy's almost he'll be 40 next year, so I'm like, come on, come on. It's only a matter of time before Kyle Busch hangs up the helmet. I predict within the next several years from now, Kyle Busch is going to hang up the helmet. What do y'all think? Because yeah, the time will be up for him sooner than. But I know damn well he probably most likely wants to continue racing, of course. I mean that's possibly true, but we'll just only time will tell. Besides, what if they go? If RCR runs three cars, they'll most likely. If RCR were to run three full-time cars, they would most likely run the 33. Because I know Austin Hill drove the 33 twice this year at Kansas and Texas, so there's that option. But yeah. Anyways, final lap in stage one. I mean, stage two. Sorry about that. And looks like Corey Heim is going to sweep the stages. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of stuff, chitter chatter in the silly season. I'm hearing the rumors about Stuart Haas shutting down, selling their charters. Geez, this is what Junior Motorsports needs to get into the Cup Series, because that will most likely be the case. And if Austin Dillon's not in the three next year, where he goes next is beyond me. But he can, I mean, he could go back to Xfinity for all we know. Not saying that he would. And speaking of Noah Gragson, I did hear the news about him running a part-time Xfinity schedule for Retta Jones Racing, and he is in the show tomorrow in the 30 Ford Mustang. So yeah, it's been a while since the number 30's done Xfinity. I've only seen the fight, but yeah, I did hear about Matt Crafton sucker punching Nick Sanchez, but I only saw the part where Corey Roper was pulling bloody Nick Sanchez out of out of that pile. And then of course, Nick Sanchez was shouting thr shouting threats at Matt Crafton. And you know, if something had happened at Homestead between Crafton and Sanchez, it would have undoubtedly been premeditated. So there's oh wow, so oh ooh. So Austin Dillon could be a part owner if he retires. Hmm.
Ooh, carne asada. It's gotta be asada. That's what I said. Gotta be asada. Carne, gotta be. Carne. Oh, more flavor. Gotta be. Carne. Try saying it like this. Juicy carne asada. Carne asada. Carne. I did. And you swole.
Of course, I remember the time too. Austin Hill sucker punch Mike Snyder after the Martinsville Xfinity race back in late 2022. I haven't forgotten about that. Well, for the record, I didn't see what initially happened until they showed the replay, so there's that. And also, I other news I heard is Josh Balicki, who drives for DGM Racing. I heard he'll be driving for Joe Gibbs Racing on a part-time schedule. You know, Josh Balicki's been in NASCAR for several years already, and I never thought I'd see the day he would get. I never thought I'd see the day Josh Balicki got a top tier ride and good equipment like Joe Gibbs Racing. Again, just like any other driver, a win is not guaranteed, but all I can all I can hope for is him completing all the laps, staying out of trouble as always, and go from there. And and yes, I definitely have not forgotten about Brett Moffitt driving the 19 at Iowa for Gibbs. Yeah, well, obviously Brett Moffitt's obviously no stranger to Toyota, of course. And also, I saw something earlier today that I was not expecting to see. It's regarding the trademark of the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated number 8. So I found out that a few weeks from now, the trademark for DEI's number 8, not the one that Kyle Busch is running, but the one that DEI had, is set to expire in a few weeks from now. I think it's supposed to expire on June 3rd, I think. Um. Oh wow. Oh what? Did did Caden Honeycutt just take his fuel can with him? Oh wow, he's getting a penalty. Well, that's a penalty for taking equipment out of the box. Up there it goes. And then last week, Spencer Boyd, I think, got a penalty for taking the jack with the ride.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game. New pie hut box. Starting $6.99, it's the ultimate soul meal. Get a personal pan pizza or
And I heard that Ross Chastain is going to do 5 Xfinity races for DGM Racing in the 92. And his Rich Mark floor scheme that he released recently, it looks really damn cool. I like how they incorporated that watermelon logo of his into the paint scheme. Just love to see it.
So far, we've racked up over 300,000.
And also, I saw a Cup Series, a picture online of a Cup Series body for the Chevy Camaro, and the name rail says Retzloff on it, so that makes you wonder, is Parker Retzloff's Cup debut coming soon? Well, it's obviously very early, so as the months go by, we'll see. Well, could it be Jordan Anderson Racing? Could it be someone else? Well, we're just going to find out. So, yeah.
Did you pay the apple cart like that?
Also, it doesn't sound like Myatt Snyder's going to do Portland next week. So, yeah. And then, as far as the 19 is concerned, I also heard that this driver named Justin Bonsignor will be making his debut in the 19 car really soon. And he drives in the Whelen Modified Tour. New Hampshire, that's the race he's going to make his debut at. Yeah, and by the way, for anyone wondering, New Hampshire, which is normally held in July, will be held next month. Like, wow, New Hampshire already? Jeez, this is going by fast.
Be your strongest self, guy.
All set for the final stage. Craftsman Truck Series racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Bonsignor also made his ARCA debut at Daytona early this year for Retta Jones Racing, too. Oh, yeah, and speaking of Retta Jones, Frankie Muniz, I am well aware that he will be driving at Portland next week for Joey Gase Motorsports, so can't wait to see what he does. Oh, yeah, the 6 hours of the Glen, I haven't forgotten that. Then, of course, the NASCAR Cup Series, the Cup and Xfinity Series are returning to Iowa. So, yeah. I also heard that Shane Van Gisbergen will be spotting for Will Brown at Sonoma in a few weeks. Will Brown will be driving the 33 car. It's an RCR car. So yeah. Oh wow, Le Mans is that week? Oh boy. What other stuff have I seen? Oh yeah, for the Coke 600, for the first time since the Daytona 500, we are going to have a full 40 car field. It came with the addition of BJ McLeod driving the 66 for MBM Motorsports, and what's his name? Ty Dillon will be driving the 50 car for not the money team, but a team called Team Amerivet, which is a team that has ties to the money team, but not to Floyd Mayweather, from what I heard. And I kind of forgot that Jimmy Johnson was going to do the Coke 600 too. We also have JJ Yaley in the 44 for NY Racing. And of course, we got SVG doing the 16. So SVG is going to be pulling double duty. So that's going to be. Oh, we got a crash. It's Thad Moffitt and Tyler Ankrum. Oh, it's Jeffrey Earnhardt. Dang it. Man, Jeffrey Earnhardt's first start in 13 years comes to an end. Rip. Ty Gibbs, who's on pole for tomorrow's Xfinity race. It was supposed to be Eric Almirola, but they changed it to Ty Gibbs. There's Keith McGee in the 22. I also heard that Jade Buford was going to drive the 74 from Mike Harmon Racing. They qualified the car, but them and Akinori Ogata for Joey Gase Motorsports failed to qualify. Well, I wish them the best of luck next week. Oh, so that's how the 67 got in. Very fine. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, wow. Jeffrey, and there goes no.
Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back.
He's right.
Is that tiny troll?
The ingredients in Head and Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that thin.
Microbes, really?
They're always on your scalp. Well, rascal. The good news. There's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love tiny Troy.
Excuse me one moment, everybody.
He's the best. Make every wash count. Little help, please.
Heartburn makes it easy. Get fast relief with new Common Drops. Upset stomach and nausea support. And I love food well.
Purina is supporting more touch therapy dogs to make a difference in
So
the
what are they
lives
doing
of more
next?
kids. Like me. Purina cares here.
So what's next for them?
The Bar and Bar.
So what's next for them?
The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's the Living Smoothie, the The always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Ooh, carne asada.
It's carne asada. That's what I said. Carne asada.
Carne. Juicy carne asada. Carne asada. Carne. I did. And you schools. All that golden corral. Golden corral. What?
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor to every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry. With the biometric security system, Dots sensationally seasoned pretzels.
This steak pup is so delicious and only 3 simple ingredients. I never have to stop.
Tell the phone back home. And my neck. My email. Skinny pop. Endlessly delicious.
If this is your idea of ladylike, fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing. This is David from Joy, and this is John Deere.
All right, I'll see you later. Give me posted.
Speed,
All right, bye.
comfort, and a feeling we couldn't possibly put into words. You just have to get in the seat.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. Include the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA.
Let's check my mom.
Best deal at 0% APR for 84 months.
Oh yeah, I heard about Jimmy joining NBC Sports Appearance for the Indy 500. Also, I don't know if y'all seen this at your local grocery stores or whatnot, but Oreos, they really took it to the next level with Sour Patch Oreos. You've got to be, as you can probably tell, I've already tried one, and it has a weird, interesting taste to.
This is tough on these teams. They're going to find it right up. It's a lot close to home. But this is tough on these teams, especially the small teams. So to be able to be committed like this, it really just tells how good it is and how much depth these people do really have. We have the key cat, Carson, Bill, Michael, and me. We set 3 across the front there. You're back to 7. Really good play back there. Knock out is really great. What strategy do you think about it? What are these teams going to do here?
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years. From the most advanced technology to the broadest, most reliable network of sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game. New high hot dogs. Starting $6.99, it's the ultimate soul food. Get a personal pan of pizza or melt and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out Pizza Hut.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
What a great organization. Helping families in need like ours. To God. It's time to say thank you every time.
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal deal with fries, drink, and a sundae is the best full-size meal deal of all. Cheeseburger, chicken strips. There's something for everyone in the $7 meal deal at DQ. How it tastes good. As this country moved west, the new age began to take shape. Fortunes were made, rules were broken, and legends were born. Outlaws and Walnut on Fox Station.
The future.
When it comes to insurance, nobody gives you coverage confidence like AAA. Only they offer trusted auto and home insurance, plus America's most recommended roadside, all at an affordable price. Which means they don't need wacky ads, talking animals, and
Outsmart spokes animals and choose coverage confidence from AAA.
You're invited to the loudest party in Northern California. NASCAR moves back into wine country on September 2nd. Stars like Truex, Elliott, and Larson will look to It's more than a race, it's a destination. Camp with us and make our home your home. 3 action-packed days are on tap for the whole family. Join us June 7th through 9th for the Toyota St. Mark 350, a weekend you have to see to believe.
Mm-hmm. 60 laps to go. Should be going back to green this time by.
Let's go to the strategy here. We had a couple of trucks come down, top off with fuel, nobody else coming back in that final set of tires. Where we think it's going to shake out. We talked about it during the race. So maybe running back come down there and just go figure and see it. Good move there to switch it back and back anyway. They could go long if they get fell out of stuff, so maybe catching hours, or they could also too, maybe just take fuel if they do that little, and just a lot of different factors that can play into here. And get risky, you know that truck you
It's big. Take on. You are not. Just that's me on the spot. Losing my religion. All right, here we go. Back to green. Could have 58 to go. Into all the city. Let's go. What if all these things well, looks like they got things sorted out for the moment. legend. Oh, Crafton's in the wall.
Not because it'll obviously be the same fuel cycle as
They're going to have pocket position over him, and we know how fast Corey Hodges out front goes. Put him back in the pocket, give him a chance.
Crafted running 15 when he got into the wall. There goes
Yep.
that tire.
He was way up too close to that wall.
10 mile and a half races out. He finishes at 15 or better in 9 of them. This has been his strong suit. Same thought process. You know, whenever he gets the weekend, plan on repeating it.
I haven't seen the replay yet, but can't really tell much from that angle. Looks like definitely got some use. So, when I find out who that was, I'll be the next one out of this list. So, we'll be headed to the next race, St. Louis, I guess.
It's bigger than you. You are not. Oh, that means I'm losing my religion. I haven't I got that.
How about this Memorial Day? 2,000 bonus cash bottles on 2024 cheap Wrangler gas-powered autos. Plenty of stuff on your local dealer for test drive. The experience will get real today. You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for gold. What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring. Boring.
One thing I've always wondered is when Matt Crafton does finally retire, my real question is who's going to replace him in the 88? I can't. I wish I had an answer, but I honestly don't have one. Yeah, I can't think of any, but may, maybe Connor Jones, maybe. And then the 66 could be driven by someone else, like, well, Cam Waters could run a part-time schedule.
Meet Ultimate Hybrid, advanced ceramic and wax technology.
And yes, I'm well aware that Cam Waters um,
For months.
is making his Cup debut at Sonoma for Stage 60, the RFKs. Yeah, Stage 60 is basically similar to Project 91. Yeah, for anyone who's noticed this year, some of y'all probably noticed that Project 91 hasn't made a single start in the Cup Series this year. But I've seen some stuff like they could potentially do something this year. I mean, I know they've only done the road courses so far, but it'd be cool to see them run an oval race. But my question is, who though? Well, only time will. Yeah, the 66 could be Cam Waters or shared with Cam Waters and other various drivers. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Probably gonna have some Cup guys mixed in there, but yeah.
Yeah, it just looked like the 18 got loose. I guess he got spun and went down the racetrack and then came back up, and it was too late. Steve was yelling for me to stay up. Here, I'm watching the replay for the first time. Steve was yelling at me to stay up, stay up, stay up, and then at the last second, I tried to get down, but just nowhere to go there. Yeah, it looks like he got spun getting into three. I don't know if somebody tagged him or what, and then come back up across the racetrack. Yeah, just unfortunate.
Oh, you're in Bend, Oregon now, PNW Rails.
Didn't want to end the night like this, but we'll move on to St. Louis next week.
I don't know about you, PNW Rails, but I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the notable changes that have been happening in my area to railroad crossing equipment. What do you think so far? Armstrong Road, Locust Street, and Lodi, and you have X Street in Sacramento with its repairs done. Mm, might as well, I might as well, might as well give your take on them. Mm. Well, for starters, Armstrong Road and Locust Street. Well, for as far as Locust Street was well, no, let me start off with Armstrong Road. I obviously saw the replacement coming for that dead E-bell. Locust Street, I kind of saw that replace coming. Yeah, that mechanical bell was starting to die out anyway, so I wasn't. I didn't think they were going to change it soon. I thought they were going to leave it up there for a while, but they changed sooner than expected. Better late than never. And then X Street, I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with having a Siemens high pitch e-bill. Has there been one on the Sacramento sub blue line before? No. So this will be first. Now this makes me want to get a freight catch at that crossing even more now. Yeah, I'll get a freight catch there eventually. Ugh. It just needs to be. Yeah, the thing is, my catch needs to be timed just right. Oh yeah, and then West Lane finally got its damaged e-bell fixed too. I'm not sure if they replaced it with a new one or they just put it back up on its perch. They mostly put it back up on its perch, up on top of the mast. I need to go back there again eventually soon. Oh my God, we got dang Christian Eckes start at the back is up to the front now, and we got Stephen Parsons up in the house. Speaking of Connor Jones, here he comes. Yep, Thor Sport teammates battle. Grant Enfinger. Yeah, Grant Enfinger is another driver that needed a good run last week, so it's close to even a second. I would have preferred a first time, preferred him way over behind, but oh well. Hello, Jay the Rail Fanner. Wow, Caden Honeycutt recovers from his penalty and is back up in the top 10 now. Let's go. Hell yeah. I think Mason Massey's clinging on to the top 10 a little bit. That's not going to last too long.
Seems like he would. Really fast prep, but I think I went on that.
So, well,
Next time he comes around, he'll be in the top 10. He might even be better. They got great credit right there.
so more new, freshly made BNSF locomotives are coming. Well, I'll be seeing them on the high artery roads. Oh yeah, speaking of newly built engines, CSX has added another heritage unit to their already growing fleet. CSX 1967, the Seaboard Coastline. And I always knew that the S in CSX stood for Seaboard, Chessie Seaboard Express. Makes total sense. Yeah, pretty much. I can see that happening.
These wraps are amazing.
People can hear my thoughts. That's the problem. Stay fresh out there. All new rep from Subway.
The Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad.
Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your rifle down alive.
Yep, formed in 1875. That's definitely.
Stars like Truex, Elliott, and Larson will look to claim victory under Sonoma's Summer Sun. It's more than a race, it's a destination. Camp with us and make our home your home. 3 action-packed days are on tap for the whole family. Join us June 7th through 9th for the Toyota St. Mark 350, a weekend you have to see to believe.
Chase Purdy's chipping into Christian Eckes' lead. Scroll down the starting grid. I mean, the leaderboard.
This race has got shaken up, turned upside down, different strategies. We had several different players at the front in the final stage. But look at Corey Hine from 27 to the top 10 in 6 laps after we had that issue with the road. Yeah, I think he's being right now to really show his hand and see show us how much speed he has. And then well, he's got a lot in the field. He's been the fastest start on the track every lap. He's made the pass for doing so.
Lane Riggs a lap down. Ouch.
Well, I've got into the top 10. He was like 6.5 seconds back with the race lead. He's now 6th. And it's got 2 seconds off of that yellow race leader. But outside the top 15 after all the strategy is shaken out. And Loose right there. He's outside the top 15 as well. He's had a good strong run, but it's faded here late. And around center. Some track position in the exchange of pit stops, please. But right now, did Matt Mills be able to get by Daniel? Right there, Matt. Right there, 17 behind Hine. And here's the battle for fifth. You know, I don't think he's even going to have a caution to get there. I don't think he is either. We were all going to change their mind. We do. We do. The way he's been able to motor through this pack. Well, we just didn't realize how good a truck he had. Jamie, but that truck, you were Christian's having a good run, Jamie.
Yeah, they are. They're coming off of their best results as a team that was at fifth place finish last week in North Carolina. Like Stuart told me earlier, he said this program right now is progress in motion. For Silver Bears, they added a new chassis last week. They have their best pit stop of the season by over 2 seconds, so they're certainly gaining some momentum. Still looking to stay inside the top 10.
When it comes to the playoffs, came into tonight's
Yeah, we looked at the playoff bubble and you put Stuart Friesen there and you're like, how could that be? It's been a terrible start to the season. But he's just been able to find every position on the racetrack and now he's got the performance he's looking for. He's now going to get
I have a feeling Stuart Friesen will be in the sport for many more years to come. Can't believe Stuart Friesen's been in the sport for almost a decade now. It's 7, 8 years almost. And yeah, even, I mean, I'm not a diehard Stuart Friesen fan. I'm just a person who likes him. Yeah, I'll admit Stuart Friesen's had a rough start to the season. He should have had a few more top tens than he's had, but things out of his control have happened and it screwed him out. We got oh, new leader Chase Purdy. Crossover. Oh, geez. Truck sliding over. I'm gonna wave in front of the camera every once in a while to make sure that the camera is not lagging or from my end. Matt Crafton is still on pit road. Bailey Curry's the last truck on the lead left. 24 to go. Nope. Oh, well, let's see. If this race goes green all the way to the end, Corey Heim's tires will have been 52 laps old. If the rate That's if the race goes green all the way to the end. It'll be 60 laps for Eckes and oh, 45 is coming. Well, you might as well. This will be fun while it lasted. Now for 10th. Yeah. I just hope they don't run out of fuel on track because they do and they bring out caution. Oh, then they're going to be in trouble. Not malicious trouble, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm trying. Oh, really? So they have done this before 2010. Okay. Nation, Michigan. They had Dale Jeers play with one by Andy Petrie and Rusty Walson. Yeah. Wow, never thought I'd see. I would like to see. I think they've done Charlotte a handful of times. Oh yeah, I think they've done every other year. I would like to see them do drivers only broadcast at various different tracks across the schedule. Well, I'm not sure if they'll do it NBC or they shot 20 in 19, 21, 22, and 20. Oh yeah, I think you're right about. Oh gee, hoping it was 20. I wouldn't mind seeing them do it on the NBC CW part. The gap to Corey Heim from the top three is actually getting a little bit bigger. It's not getting any smaller. Maybe you're right.
You don't have to worry about anything when you're protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Well, you definitely do. Those things are related. So, cool. That is a vibrating
Recipes.
And I looked at the schedule for the truck series. I'm like, wow, we got like 5 races left into the playoffs. Geez, this season's flying by really quick. Even though we have a lot of off weeks, though. Hold on, let me check some stuff. Let me turn the light on.
That's right, the cars are fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR's back at the Nashville Super Speedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite drivers take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
Caution's out. Pretty blown up.
You saw while we were side by side, Case Bergen at 77 got into the wall, perhaps some debris there, and that produces our 5th caution of the night. He was running this high line, and he was really making good ground, but this got him a little bit too hot right there. Bill and I were screaming as this happened, come get your tires and gas right now. He's very advocate anyway, but that's too much damage, and then bang, closes that right front tire into the wall he goes. I don't know if this is good news or bad news for Christian Eccles because he did the yellow.
Well, yeah, a small part of me had a feeling that, yeah, this is probably not going to go green all
Look at these guys. They're either going to get those tires or they're faking. Yeah. Still on the lead lap right now.
I just wonder about getting up the track position here. You're going to have inside 10 from back to go because if we talk about all the laps on the trucks on the lead lap, that's going to be a lot to overcome. And I think if there's 450 trucks on the lead lap, that's different. But I'm not sure you want to.
I'm trying to write some stuff there.
It's not going to come to give up that lead. No. Another thing he's got 8 extra laps of fuel over Christian Eckers. time same situation. Like Taylor Curry might be in a spot to get the three back.
Just about done in Charlotte. And the final race of this 5-race stretch. Next weekend, Saturday afternoon, St. Louis. Worldwide technology playing host to the Craftsman Cup Series. Yeah. The more challenging tracks on the schedule. They both have completely different. Race day at 1 o'clock, FS1, 2 o'clock, April race. 19 radio.
About 9 to go. Hopefully take their shoes down. Look at the center. Front close. They all come. I don't think it's worth it.
Listen to the radio chatter of these ways. Christian line chatter. The road is open. That's why some people say Omaha and stuff like that. They don't want them to know what they're going to do. Where are you taking it? You can make fun of watch. If something stays out. Inside 10 laps to go, more than likely when we restart. I want to stay out if I'm on the front row, no doubt.
Yeah, but you don't want to run out of fuel. Well, King Honeycutt. Yeah, I'm down to see another first time winner.
The 52 decided to come in. They're going to take 4 new tires for Stuart Breeze. And remember, he said we are working on our pit stops. We're trying to gain some momentum. Once they finish, better than our last result, which is 10th, Amanda. Take a look at the 45 who also decided to come as well. Just a fun, battling a little bit on the tight truck tonight, but it was the 11 of Corey Heim that said, I'm not coming in unless the 45 comes in. It will be slow tires for Corey Heim and light fuel. A little bit of an issue there for him.
Come on, Honeycutt, hurry up. Are you Well, there goes Caden Honeycutt's.
He gets the tire off, gets the other one on, realizes he has an issue. His air gun came on the floor of it. Oh, broke. And there they said, taking every opportunity for him to win this race with one of the best, probably best, at least 2 or 3 trucks here. He's out now. Bill Cole made that call. I love that call to come down on him, and he brought the whole field with him. That's just going to be really interesting on this restart again. How jumbled up things are going to be this late in the race. That because it's Stephen Parsons' restart on the front. Big issue. What's falling off the left rear. Oh, he's spinning the tire. I was going to go. Yeah. I mean, the weapon was not on there. I'm not sure he got it on there yet.
But then, how though he would have a disadvantage, and he probably would have.
Yeah, that's plenty of alertness to hold that wheel on. That's what we're reflecting on early after the race. What crew chief Council Manelli, fine actually, but that'll be fine as far as they'll kind of stay out. That was the right call to let him go. Certainly sure it was. And he lost track position at 11, not quite as fast as doing 38 swing. It must be a penalty doing 38 with Wayne Briggs. Roger, he has a really fast foot towards the end of that run there. You see running right behind Stefan on the 75 truck. Obviously, those trucks stay on the racetrack. This is the opening race in the trip. Dexter, what he said. Yeah, that's right. $50,000 on the line for winner tonight. Sunday, the United Football League is back. In action, we take things off 2:30 Eastern time as the DC Defenders take on the River Showers. Or Michigan battles Houston. Next to the game in your area. It's only on Fox. The show. The Probably not. Probably not. But I got my eye on 11 again. He got those tires on there. Man, we saw how fast he was on those stickers last time. You see him line up on the inside. He's sixth in line on the inside. We saw sticker tires going on that 52 for a reason. We know he's got these. How big would it be for him to win late, lock himself into the playoffs?
Well, that's the time of game too.
Dean Thompson, the first truck, the 5 truck on new tires. 9 laps to go.
Oh Jesus! Don't, no, please don't. Well, they got. Wow. Well, but at least they saved it. Oh, Grant Enfinger up to 6. Whoa! Here goes. Here comes Grant Enfinger. Oh wow! Oh no, that's Nick Sanchez. Sorry. 8 to. Oh well. Oh well. Christian Eckes got his wins already this year. It's not the end of the world for him. Feels like Bristol. 7 to go. Damn. 6 to go. Lawless sound on pit. Yeah, he's got to drive. Yeah, he's got. Nick Sanchez is gonna have to drive very defensively if he wants to hold on for this win. Five to go. Jesus Christ, they're damn. How are they still holding on? They're at. Whoa! Hold on, Tanner. Great. Wow. We stayed green somehow. 40. Wow. How are they holding on? Yeah, wow. Jake Garcia's in the top 10 now. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Matt Mills in the top 5. Let's go. Finally, he has a good. All right. 3 to go. Looks like the lead is getting bigger a little bit. The Eckes falling back to 10th place. Well, he's going to get back Connor Most. 2 to go. Did anyone notice Nick Sanchez has a thing on his grill? Nah, it should be fine. I hope. Dean Thompson about to get another top 10. Well, looks like we're going to make it to the white flag. Wow, how did we make it? No way. Remember? No way. No way. Through 3 and 4. Nick Sanchez, career win number 2. He's going to hold off. Corey Heim is going to win at Charlotte. He wins Daytona. He wins Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's go. And Stuart Friesen finally has a good run. Grant Enfinger, another top 5, back-to-back. Matt Mills, first top 5. Jake Garcia, Caden Honeycutt, Connor Mosack, Dean Thompson, your top 10. Damn, Christian Eckes fell all the way back to 11. Yeah, it's fine. We got our 2-3 career wins already this season, so yeah. Wow. Didn't see this win coming, but it happened. Well, here's your results, everyone. Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, Stuart Friesen, Grant Enfinger, Matt Mills, Ben Rhodes, Jake Garcia, Caden Honeycutt, Connor Mosack, and Dean Thompson, your top 10. Let's go. Brett Moffitt, 16th. And Mason Maggio, first lead lap finish, I think, for Floridian Motorsports in 28th place. Let's go. Damn, Stephen Parsons fell all the way to 26th. Then Ty Dillon finished 25th in the 25. Yep, I had a feeling Nick Sanchez was going to score. I knew he was going to score his first win this year. Multiple wins. I wasn't sure about it, but tonight he pulled it off. Wow. Well, that was a good race. Nice to see things played out. I wish that last caution came up, but it is what it is. Let's go, Nick Sanchez. All right. Also, who's above the point? So Craftsman's 32 points. So he's must be under the cut line then. I wonder who's above it.
We started off that. We knew it. Did not affect us because we work. We put ourselves in position when it mattered most. So this is for.
Wow, those new tires, they really worked.
Birthday today at 700 truck start. So this is for.
It worked.
Great to get number 2.
For Shelly, I know you dedicated this race to the end, but for you, you're going to go home with
Well, oh yeah, Tanner Gray. Nick Sanchez wins the 700th Truck Series race. So awesome.
Congratulations.
That's very mature.
Hello, Rails. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, Tanner Gray finished 18th. Wow. Wow. Wow, you got some good stuff. Fake bonnet, sticker unit, and a KCS Gevo. Wow. Awesome.
There doesn't meet much to people. Doesn't you just love racers, and that's a racer. He's been here for every truck race and just does a great job.
Well, can't wait to see those videos when they come out.
And the love that he has for his job and his profession, and I'm so glad we got to say hi to Chris and congratulate him. And there's so many of those guys out there that are just like Chris, that just put their heart and soul in the sport. He's been here for all 700 races. His team wins, and it's his birthday. He's a kid, he's better than that. That's 50,000. Yeah, that's right.
It's fine. Well, I always catch up with all of them.
In the race today, you had to drive through the field. It was quite a show that you were able to put on
far as court.
separate occasions there, we made him control the reins, and then as soon as you don't, we respect him to the leader, and they can control the air. And they
Oh yeah, for those who are tuning in, so
probably the best track by a long shot. Just
oh yeah, for DGM Racing next week, the 92 will be driven by a driver named Nathan Bird. So
this bullet, I feel like we were so good today.
bless me.
Super disappointed.
Anyways, that's just a little side note. Wow. Well, that again, good race. Well, everyone, that will wrap it up for another live stream. Race weekend, Memorial Day weekend is starting off to a good start so far. Nice to see some friends you haven't seen in a long time. Anyways, with that said, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's race. Congrats to Nick Sanchez on winning the 700th Truck Series race ever. He's definitely gonna score more wins as this year goes by, as long as he just stays out of trouble and plays strategy right, and hope his paper doesn't script, and yeah, everything should be all good. Anyways, that will do it for tonight's stream, and with that, I will see y'all tomorrow for the Xfinity race, the Bet MGM 300. All right, bye everyone, peace out.